and gentlemen, partners and attendees, welcome to the opening of Augmented World Expo Asia 2023. My name is Ryan Hu. I am the VP of AW Asia. First, please allow me to express my sincere thanks to all attendees on behalf of our team, and a special thank you to the Singapore Tourism Board. With your support, our vision has found a new horizon. We are here in the amazing city of Singapore, making a historic milestone as AWE Asia takes its first huge step of China. It is excellent out of China. It is exciting for me to announce to you all that AWE Asia 2023 is officially underway. Let's begin this immersive journey together. AWE was founded in 2010, and for the past 13 years, we have successfully hosted many world-leading XR and space computing events. AWE Asia was established in 2015. Its repair development over the past 3 years has been nothing short of excellence. We have succeeded in overcoming challenges, leading the way for the industry's annual conferences in Shenzhen, Chengdu, and Shanghai. In the challenging year of 2020, AWE Asia still successfully hosted its in-person event in Shenzhen, China. In 2021, right upon the arrival of the metaverse, AWE Asia was successfully held in Chengdu. In 2022, the rise of AI, especially with technologies like ChatGPT and the surge of XR, have largely elevated the quality and the depth of our event content. Here, this year, our event has attracted attendees from over 31 countries and regions. Such growth not only strengthens our role in Asia, but also builds our bridge to the global community. Together, we are not just connecting Asia, but presenting Asia's innovation to the world. We could not make this happen without our global team. I'm very happy to reunite with them in Singapore this year. Next up, I'd like to invite my colleague and the president of AWE Asia, Mr. Gavin Newton-Tender. Please, Gavin, the stage is now yours.
Thank you, Hu-Lin, and thank all of you for taking the time to be here today. Considering we're coming from over 30 countries and regions, this is one of the most diverse AWE events I've certainly ever attended, and it means it's been quite a journey for all of you, so thank you again. And that's just as true for the international AWE team as well. As Hu-Lin mentioned, it's been almost 4 years since I've been able to personally see my colleagues in Asia, and so it's been an incredible opportunity to meet with them, to see you, to be here in person after 4 years of being remote due to COVID. And I think that speaks to the tremendous potential that we're able to be here today and the faith that we see in the XR industry in Asia. That excitement and intensity isn't new. It's something I've seen throughout my life, and particularly over the past 10 years. For those of you that don't know me, since I was 18, for most of my working adult life, I've actually lived in Asia, in different countries throughout Asia. And it was that energy and excitement that ultimately brought me here. And those have been an incredibly interesting and fast-paced couple of decades. The Asian economies have not only seen throughout that time tremendous growth in technological development in East Asia, initially led by countries like Japan, Korea, and China, but now have extended to something that we're seeing in tremendous growth in Southeast Asia and South Asia, which looks like it's going to lead a new global boom in both economic and technological development. And it's no exaggeration to say that XR will play a tremendous role in that economic growth, not to mention its social and cultural impact. And AWE as a worldwide community is here to serve as a community and a foundation for all of that growth. And I hope that AWE Asia, both as an event and as a group, will serve as a channel and a foundation and a platform for all of the very best of the XR community in Asia to go out to the rest of the world, and for the very best in the world to have an entrance in engaging with community in Asia. So as a result, AWE takes its role very seriously as a way to curate the best possible experience and content, where every content track and presentation is more than a sales pitch, but rather an opportunity to explore the very best that this industry has to offer. New technologies, new use cases, new applications that hopefully will begin to serve as a technological revolution that will be unlimited in its scope, be it education, manufacturing, aviation, industry. We're here to explore the ways that XR is a portal to look into each of these new industries. Which brings us to a question, and that I certainly get frequently, which is what is this revolution actually going to entail, particularly after the metaverse hype, the spatial hype, and all of the things that come alongside of that. But for me, at least, when I think about immersive reality or XR, I'm thinking about novel ways that we blend the physical and digital world to create new efficiencies in business, to explore the world in a completely different way. So that is what I'm hoping that all of you will have the opportunity to do here today. See AWE as an opportunity to learn, and of course, to pursue your short-term goals, investments to make, deals to sign, partnerships to solve, problems to solve, partnerships to create. But I hope we don't lose sight of the larger vision, where we have a global economy leveraging XR technology to lead us into a new future. I can also tell you in full confidence that almost all of the greatest XR projects and innovations that I have seen over the past few years have never been the result of a single organization, but have almost always been the result of the hard work and dedication of multiple organizations, new ideas and people coming together, be it academia, government, investors, solution providers, and users, to create something truly novel. So please, break out of your comfort zone wherever possible. Meet new people, attend a new session, try something that you might not have done, explore a new region, because that's what makes AWE truly unique, where we bring together these different influences, and that's where truly you're most likely to find the spark to create new opportunities and even new industries. And so again, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. It really is very touching for me to finally be able to see, connect with you in person. I'd like to thank, again, my incredibly hardworking colleagues and the AWE team for what goes into making this event possible. And without further ado, I'd like to invite a man that without whom we would not be here today, the founder of AWE, who we're incredibly excited to have here in Singapore finally, Ori Inbar.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the CEO and hologram of AWE, Ori Inbar.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 14th annual AWE 2023. It's hard to believe it's already been 14 years since we first started this incredible journey. As I look back, it's truly remarkable to see how far we've... And now for the real me. Hey, everyone. And thank you for joining AWE Asia 2023. Yes, it's the 14th year of AWE and the 8th year of AWE Asia. First time here in Singapore, in beautiful Singapore. Give it up for the team that put it together. And I'm so happy to be here in person after 3 years of delivering my keynotes remotely at AWE Asia. And yes, it's also incredible to look back and see how far this industry has come in the last 14 years. So what you saw a moment ago is a clip from AWE USA from just a few months ago, where my avatar read the opening remarks for the event, And it was entirely written by ChatGPT. I'm not kidding. It was just based on this simple question. Then, of course, you know, my real self came on stage to have a little conversation with my AI version. And it was kind of important for me to highlight the incredible impact that AI is having on the world. And of course, to make a little bit of fun of my AI twin. And by the way, you can always tell it's the real me if I'm wearing this jacket, the AWE jacket. That's how you know. So, you know, the meteoric rise of AI in the past year or two has caused some people in the media to question the viability of the XR industry, saying that the metaverse is dead, no one wants VR, AR glasses will never happen, and big tech is shifting away their focus from XR to the new shiny object, AI. Well, we, the people in the XR industry, know that's not exactly true. Mark Twain, one of the most popular American writers, was once declared dead in a newspaper while he was still alive. So to that he replied, "Reports of my death are greatly exaggerated." So to apply that quote to today's situation in the XR industry, we want to say to the media, reports of XR death are greatly exaggerated. And Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney, you know, the creator of Fortnite, had a great response to the media as well. He posted on X, what used to be called Twitter, he said, ironically, "The metaverse is dead. Let's organize an online wake so that we, 600 million monthly active users in the metaverse, in things like Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, Sandbox, VRChat, and a bunch of other Asian metaverses, can mourn its passing together in real-time 3D." That was a great punch back at the media. So to the skeptics, we want to say, in spite of what you think or may have read, XR is everywhere. And here are some more facts. In 2023, XR is a $38 billion industry. That's a far cry from a dead industry. And it's been growing at a steady rate in the last 10 years. This is not a chart of the forecast for the next 10 years. These are the past 10 years, starting in 2014 up until today. And it's been growing steadily at an average of 30% year over year. That makes it the fastest growing tech sector, well, except for AI. But you can see the direction. And over 1 billion users have experienced AR and VR. Hundreds of millions are using it every day for fun and games, but also for productivity, for training, for shopping. Because shopping is really interesting because AR makes shoppers a lot more confident in their purchases. And it also makes any activity more engaging. For example, AR has been seen everywhere at the Coachella Music Festival. It's the largest US music festival in the US. Some people thought it was an AR festival because it was so much all over the place. And at the AWUSA event, there were so many other examples of why users want XR. And I'm sure you'll see a lot more this week. When it comes to enterprises, really any large business, it's hard to find any company that is not looking into XR. Check out this incredible list of Fortune 1000 companies that participated at AWE USA a couple of months ago. The most recognized brands in the world rely on XR. Indeed, XR is everywhere. So why are some people so skeptical? Why is it taking so many years, so many AWEs for XR to fully conquer the mainstream? That's the reason we are here this week at AWE Asia. XR should be used by everyone, everywhere, all the time. You know, some people say XR is hard. Heck, I say it all the time. In fact, it's been in my first pitch to investors in 2009, that's exactly what I said. It's been hard for 50 years, and yet, look at how far we've come. Some people say XR hardware is hard. It's based on optics, physics, so it cannot grow as fast as Moore's law. We get it. We have a long road to go. But innovation in XR hardware is moving at a breaking speed. Here are some of the new headsets that were launched just in the past year. A wide range of good options, getting better, smaller. And of course, probably the biggest XR announcement of the year, the Apple Vision Pro was announced. It's not out yet, and it has already injected a lot of positive energy into the XR space. Not to be outdone, the Google, Samsung, Qualcomm power triangle, is cooking a comeback of the Android partnership with a new XR headset. Samsung is already working on what we've heard is Project Muhan. Qualcomm will provide the chips and the reference, and Google will provide the software. And the market leader is not staying quiet. Meta announced a better and faster Quest 3. And by the way, its #1 improvement is better video pass-through, which makes this year, 2023, the year of AR on VR hardware. And by the way, it's just in time for the holidays. I mean, no one really wants ChatGPT as their Christmas present or Lunar New Year present, but they may want this. They say XR experiences are hard. Well, I do not agree. Just look at this, one of many examples of great user experiences in XR. So natural, so intuitive. You can't stop playing it. Everything should look and feel like that. They say changing culture is hard. Putting things over our head can get weird. Well, okay, that's true. Google Glass was a great technology, but was it really a tough sell from a cultural perspective? If you look at the history of putting things over our head, the umbrella was invented in China 3,500 years ago, and yet only in the last 200 years it became culturally acceptable by British men. So I think it will be much faster for XR. They say XR use cases are hard to find. Well, that is complete nonsense. When the grandfather of VR, Tom Furness, who developed VR in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, when he first exposed his research, his work, in 1986 on a major TV station, everybody started calling him. A surgeon was asking to overlay CT scans on their patients. A firefighter was looking for a way to navigate buildings filled with smoke. A mother was looking for treatment for her child with paralysis. Factories, teachers, engineers, they knew exactly the use cases they needed XR for. And 37 years later, this year at AWE USA, there were on display over 1,000 XR use cases across 300 exhibitors. The XR community got really good at making strong ROI use cases for XR in every vertical. They say XR funding is hard. Investments have dried up. Well, we all know the overall economy has slowed down, and investors across the board are a lot more cautious. But the fundamentals remain. Good XR startups that show value still get funded. See just how many startups attended and presented at AWE in June, a couple months ago. And by the way, since the Apple announcement, investments in XR are already accelerating. And to close where we started, to those who say AI is taking attention away from XR, AI is actually a great thing for XR. AI accelerates XR. Just take a look at these incredible examples that show how AI is helping with instant creation in VR and AR. And in fact, XR is the interface for AI. XR gives a face to AI, just like in my opening, where my hologram was the interface for the AI written by ChatGPT. XR and AI are great for each other, and they will continue to be intertwined in the future years. So skeptics, XR may be hard, and yet it's everywhere. And by the way, according to the banks, the economic opportunity is in the trillions of dollars. We know we have some way to go, and it will require even more passion, patience, and perseverance, which is exactly what defines the AWE community. And you guys, the people in this room. We are a passionate community of creators, developers, entrepreneurs, engineers, and it is our calling. We feel like we'll overcome any obstacle to make it happen. This week, we came here to learn, to connect, and together to grow the XR industry. We're also here to celebrate the achievements of the XR industry, and tomorrow at the event wrap-up, 4:30, make sure not to miss it, we will recognize the best of the best at AWE Asia this year. I want to thank the volunteers that organize on-night meetups on a regular basis in over 35 cities right now all over the world, where you can see AWE is truly everywhere. Huge thanks to the 100 speakers we have at AWE Asia. Give them up a big round of applause. They'll cover every topic you can think of in XR. There's so much XR goodness here this week. And above all, big thanks to our fantastic sponsors who make this event possible. Big, big round of applause for our sponsors this year. And finally, give it up to the awesome team who put this event together against all odds. Give them up a big round of applause. We couldn't ask for a better team. And let's not forget what we're fighting for. We won't rest until everyone uses XR everywhere, all the time. Thank you for joining us, and have a great event.